did you know?
This is how we tell them.
That was recorded, right?
This
You're
music
recording?
has to go off, otherwise we're not going to hear anything.
What's that noise?
Do you hear that whistling?
Yeah.
That's Jake's bedroom.
Is that the wind?
Yeah. So he has some very poor insulation in his room.
It's not the windows? Like, you can't just...
Dude, they are as closed can be, and it's just... I mean, it sounds like the world's best whistler is coming from his room.
Yeah. But it's really just the weather.
It's the weather, but, I mean, it shouldn't sound like that through your windows. Clearly, there's a gap somewhere. Oh, well. I don't know what we want to talk about.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Like I said, I didn't have a list prepared.
I don't think your mic's on.
It's on.
Is it?
Test.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I just need to get...
not working before?
No, I need to fix this stuff. I'm not really good at my job.
You're the guy.
I know, but, like, it is what it is. Who cares? I'll just talk up.
I'll just hold my mic like this.
Yeah, just talk into the microphone. That's the only thing I can ask.
I can do that.
Thanks for coming down, though.
It's a pleasure.
Simply just for this.
New apartment.
How nice is this place?
It's beautiful. We got the industrial feel going.
I know.
But it's been over a year since...
No, it hasn't.
Yeah. I was the first episode of Fat Chance.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
You were episode 2. First one in the garage of Fat. Yeah.
But we told this story.
What story? So you said
The
you
Fat
had...
Chance buddies.
Oh, yeah. But I thought about this just when you said it. It's like, I came with nothing. And last time you said you came with stuff, and all it was is like, why is every girl I talk to on Tinder, you know?
Yeah, that was it. Or that you fornicated with. We're not...
But I haven't. It was like, that's the thing, I didn't. I was like, I just knew her. Did I?
Yeah, you fornicated with her.
Just one, though.
Just the one, yeah.
Just one, yeah. I am so sorry. Yeah.
We went on one date and it wasn't fine, so it's...
I'm not apologizing to her. I'm more apologizing to someone else that's going to listen to this and is probably like, I really don't want to hear this right now. So we're moving on.
Miss...
Yep. Nope.
Rachel.
No.
Oh, okay.
No
names.
That is the one thing, and it is no...
I already said it. Sorry.
I'll probably talked over you, and I'll just...
Okay.
It's not like I'm by no means ashamed at all. It's the one thing in my life that's like, it's a private thing. Like, if I'm going to share my life on this stuff,
right,
there are certain things that, like, people don't need to know about. Right. And it's not like I'm ashamed at all. It's just, this is a me and you thing. This isn't a me, you, and the rest of the world thing.
Well, that's why I told you I don't want to reference my new company and my first name.
Jack, you know what? It's been a pleasure, Billy.
Call me Teddy.
Teddy. I'm going to, a bunch
Toast.
of different names.
Teddy Toast.
We could say so many names, and I could throw your actual name in there.
Right.
And although we did just say you're the first episode of Fat Chance, and so they could just go back and look.
and I really don't care if people hear my first name during this, but like if you list it, like people search for it, just don't make it like Michael Toth. Don't care.
I'm not. But thank you for just putting your name
out
there.
That's fine.
We are 3 minutes in, and we have already talked about. Oh God. Doghouse.
Everything we should not have talked about.
I'm already in the doghouse. Great.
I'm sorry, Tabitha, for mentioning your name.
Yeah, it's all right. No, it's just like that's my one thing. I'm like, she didn't ask to be out in public, so I'm not going to bring her to the public kind of thing.
She hasn't been on it.
No, she will be.
She will be.
In like 3 weeks.
Okay.
That'll be a fun one.
Well, regardless, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Especially for you.
Yeah.
Mr. I'm never having children or getting married or...
No, I want children. I'd like to be married, but it was just like, I was so good at being alone. So good at being alone. Not like I was out there just slinging dick, because I wasn't. Like, I was so... If I was terrible at it. Like, I just...
Yeah.
I wasn't
Who do you
interested.
think you're talking to?
I wasn't interested in people. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where, like, life is so good right now for me that I'm waiting for something terrible to happen.
No.
It is like because it's a
Don't
balance.
look at it that way.
But I'm waiting for something terrible.
I mean, I've thought the same thing. Like, I haven't had much trouble in my life. Like, it's been pretty easy going. So when is it going to happen? But I think we just be thankful in the meantime.
Oh, I'm very thankful, and I think life is great now because I'm actually doing stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm like, oh, I have to do this. I'm going through the motions. Like having that realization, like you could do whatever. Like, it sounds so cliche. And I fucking hate saying it, but like I can literally do whatever I want. I mean, I might die early if I do exactly whatever I want. I still have to survive.
My problem.
But I'm actually like just doing stuff I find enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's weird. When you do stuff you like, you weirdly have fun.
Yeah. And if you, like, I know you're doing it, but, like, when you start making big money, like, that's going to be.
Oh, my God. It's going to be even better. I'm going to be obnoxious. I'm already obnoxious now.
Well, yeah.
But if I make money, like money doing what I want to do, you're going to be like, honestly, Michael, we've had enough of you. These 2 days were enough. We'll take
first
2
it started
off.
like, oh, when you get big, like, make sure you remember us little people. But now
it's gonna be like, leave us the fuck alone.
Just like, don't talk about us or mention us.
Yeah, please shut the fuck up.
We don't want to be associated with you anymore.
That's what's tough. Is like when I want to do this, and I'm like, guys, we have great stories together, and some of my friends are like, I have a life that like I can't tell those stories.
Well, that's the thing.
Like I have an episode where I just literally couldn't put something out because she was like, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I was like,
I told you,
why did we
I don't want to mention
this?
my current company just because, and like in case they do a little quick Google search. But
well, you told them you're doing this?
No.
Oh.
But they're kind of anal about like social media presence and shit like that.
Well, you don't really have one, so.
No, I don't. Yeah, find me on @nothing because I'm not there.
Yeah, I can't tag you in anything.
Good.
Which is, I mean, it's fine. So I like check out, and I'll just have to do Johnny Rocket.
No, you can do just Toth.
Just Toth. Check out Toth.
Yeah,
Check out Toth. Check out Toth on this week's episode.
Mr.
Tooth. What's the weirdest one you've gotten for your last name?
Probably Tooth.
Tooth?
Yeah.
I've gotten Cook. Where do you see an O in my last name?
Well, I know like CUCK. That's like that's a name. That's just Cuck. Mine's one less C and an E. Yeah, but I've seen it.
Imagine your last name. My name was Michael Cuck.
Yeah, and then you're like telling everyone, no, it's Cook. I promise.
Yeah, I promise. I would just be like, I'm Michael, like Madonna. That's it. If my last name was Cuck, I would just drop it.
Hey, you know what we're doing right now?
What?
Adventures of Mike and Michael.
Adventures of Mike and Michael. I'm down. Adventures of Mike and Michael started with Bang vodkas.
Yeah.
Icelandic vodka, and then this Bang. This is the worst flavor. I've come to the conclusion.
Made a terrible decision.
I did. So I've come to the conclusion that anything peach mango flavor. I love peach and mango separate. Juice peach mango, delicious.
Okay.
Because actually, like, just it should be just juiced peaches and mango.
Juice and mango juice.
But flavored peach mango, anything always tastes like brunettes. I feel like I'm at a frat party. I'm sophomore in college. And
well, right, and the Bang probably by itself wouldn't be too bad, but then you added vodka, so.
No, I think it's because I put it on ice, and it felt like a drink. I'm like, this is just an energy drink, but it's fucking gross.
Wait, where's your drink?
It's right here.
Oh. Is your ice melted?
It's starting to melt. I might just need to water this shit down.
Pound it?
We could, yeah. This isn't even all. We still have Bang left.
Right.
We haven't talked about anything.
No. Well, we don't have a list of things.
We don't have anything to talk about.
So I'm hoping this isn't like a 45 minutes and you're done kind of thing.
No, it'll easily be an hour. It's not going to be long or hard to talk for an hour.
No.
I don't really have a lot to talk about, though.
Yeah, you do. I mean,
do you have anything fun happening in your life besides Johnson & Johnson?
Johnson & Johnson.
You work for the vaccine company, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
Is it a trap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I work in insurance now.
Johnson & Johnson's getting into insurance?
No. Like, I work for an insurance company.
No, I know.
I'm
playing the game.
Get
yeah.
that. But
Do you like it?
honestly, I do.
Really? Because it sounds
That's
like
what
I want to put a bullet between my
everyone
ears.
that I say like, oh, I work in insurance now, they say that like that sounds miserable, but it's actually really interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Do you want to
interesting.
know why?
Yeah, I do want to know why. Please tell me
Okay,
why.
so-
What?
In insurance, I am a claims adjuster, which also sounds miserable.
Yeah, you're not really appealing to me right now.
Right. So, like, basically customer service. But behind the scenes, I have to understand all different types of insurance policies. Also boring sounding. Like, I'm trying to sell it.
Yeah,
It's
try and spice this up for me.
So, like, I started in January, and I learned how to read insurance policy. And now I'm dealing with our insureds, other people that are claiming, like, damages to their vehicles, bodily injury. Some of them hire lawyers that I have to negotiate with. Like, they're asking for $300,000 worth of like pain and suffering payments, and I have to be like, no, you're getting like $10,000 worth of medical bills, and that's it. Like, I actually get to like talk to attorneys and negotiate with them, which is kind of cool. But also, I'm just like calling people on a regular basis, learning about different types of insurance policies. It's really interesting to me. I know I'm not selling it to you, but probably anyone on this podcast.
Do you health insurance?
Do I have it?
Do you do
No.
health insurance? Okay.
I handle car insurance, house insurance.
Because I have to get health insurance here in like 16 days.
What are you turning 26?
I am turning
Holy
26.
shit.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And see, I've had my own health insurance policy since I was 23. That's why I can't.
Well, you've been 40 since you were 18.
Yeah.
So you.
But that's why I can't do what you do, is because I need it. Like, when's the last time you went to the doctor?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Well, I went to the doctor a lot last year because I thought I had testicular cancer.
Oh.
No, it's okay. It's a great 8-minute bit now. It's great.
Okay.
I thought I felt a lump on
Yeah,
my
you
nuts.
said-
Apparently, it was just the normal anatomy of my testicles. And
You mean like the
the no, it was like the epididymis, yeah.
We learned about that in like 7th grade.
Yeah, I didn't listen. I've never listened in school. But I thought I felt like a legit lump, and I'm prone to cysts.
Okay.
And I checked myself often to the point where it hurt. Like, I couldn't sit for a long period of time.
You were checking yourself so much it hurt?
Yeah, and I'll keep it short because I've told this story on here before.
Okay.
But
This is new to me.
basically,
Sorry, I don't listen every week.
when I wait, talking to your microphone one more time.
Test.
Okay, yeah, it is on.
We're good.
I don't know. I'm off. So when I went and got checked, she's like, I don't feel anything. Where do you feel a lump?
Wait, she?
Yeah, she. Oh, trust me. Oh, and she's dyslexic too.
Okay.
It was great.
So, sex daily?
She goes, where do you feel the lump? To which I made a motion with my testicle in front of this grown-ass woman. And she went like, yeah. I was like, what was that? And she goes, don't move it like that. I go, why? She goes, they're not supposed to move like that. I go,
How did you move your testicle?
Dude, I was playing testicle tetherball. Like, I was batting these things around. Like, it's up
With your
top here
hand?
in the back. Dude, I did like a twist motion.
With your
like
hand?
this. My fingers. Like, 3 I was like, it's up top here. She goes, stop. Like, she goes, I feel that pain. And I don't even have these. And I was like, okay. And she goes, that's probably why they hurt. Is
Okay.
because you've been putting them in a fucking pretzel. Like, I could have done some serious damage to him.
Yes.
And I knew I fucked him up because I went to a urologist afterwards because she, referred me to one. And when he, fondled my balls, I was like, dude, you're so gentle right now. And he literally, as he's holding me, he looked up at me, and he's like, yeah, this is a sensitive area, man. Like, I'm learning that now.
Why don't they teach us that in 7th grade?
Dude, his two diagnoses for me were you're fine or you're congested. I go,
Congested?
I was like, what the fuck do you
Never
mean
heard
you're
that before.
And I'll, in the joke, I was like, I have 2 dyslexic doctors. But I was like, I need some explanation on congested. She goes, He goes, if you haven't released in a while.
Oh.
And I was like,
that
oh, okay.
Kind of congestion.
And I was like, this is. I was like,
you have a cold, sir. That's why your balls hurt.
I was like, do you know how rude that was? Like I've been in here for 5 minutes. You've heard the 2 wise ass jokes I've made because I was uncomfortable, and you've seen the shape and size of my penis and testicles, and you're like, you don't fuck. He's like, honestly, by the looks of this, you're probably not having sex.
At least you're getting like some action from the doctors, though.
Yeah, in the same week I was fondled twice.
That's more than me.
In that week I was fondled more than I was in the last like 8 months.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I go on like droughts. Like droughts. Like I'm just not like a huge hookup person.
No, neither am I. That's why we're here.
Yeah. I feel like she's really not gonna like this podcast.
Should we start over?
Oh boy, yeah, it's all right.
Vodka bangs are feeling pretty.
I'm just getting used to the flavor. It's like I'm a frat boy all over again. It's like, oh, it's just brunettes pounded down.
I still don't know why you
pledge
like that
drink.
Flavor. Yeah, pledge.
Well, I don't like the tea flavored anything.
Well, no, there's plenty of other flavors. Though.
There weren't plenty of other flavors.
There was this one.
Yeah, but I don't like whatever you got. What'd you get? Candy Crisp apple?
Sour Heads.
Sour Heads. No, that just
it's like Warheads.
Sounded sugary.
It tastes sugary.
This sounded refreshing.
Okay.
I want like the light version of this, like watered down peach mango.
Put some water in it.
No.
Or we could just go to the Manhattans.
No, I need to finish this bang, watch my heart come out of my chest, and then we'll do the Manhattans. What time is it, by the way?
7:15.
Oh, that's good. Hey, you closed all your rings today.
I did.
That's pretty good. Do you want to do some training? I don't think you would take me seriously if I trained you
Do you want to train me?
I give you workouts for sure. You pay me $1 a workout.
I'm not gonna pay you anything for a workout, but I'll try your workout.
Yeah, if I get a thumbs up, that'd be cool.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
That's fine. I'd give you workouts for sure. I'm having fun with it. I was giving.
I mean, I have my own workouts that I do. So.
Yeah, I know.
But
I have my own workouts that I do too. I like giving people new workouts. If Tom ever listens to this, I kind of just make him up on the fly. Sorry, Tom. But I know what he wants. He just wants to like gain muscle and weight. It was a good feeling today. Like looking at him, I was like, "Hey man," I told him, I was like, "Dude, you're actually bigger." Like I see definition in your arms.
That's what I was gonna ask is if you've seen any progress in your clients.
Yeah, so people I've had for a while, like kind of. So Tom and like gaining muscle. It's way easier to like gain weight and muscle in my opinion because it's way easier to just eat and then stop eating. So if you're eating the same amount and you're lifting, you're going to get more defined.
Right.
Versus, hey, I want to lose weight.
Right.
I can't control what you're eating at home. So for him, I mean, I should have brought the sheet back with me today, but I have a list of his like maxes, so I know where to like start his progressive overload workouts.
Sure.
And I was telling, I think you and Jake, his squat was 90 pounds. First time, I was like, let's see what you're at. 90 pounds. This man's crooked as fuck too. Yeah. Like I don't know how to really fix that, but he did. He's 20. Okay. He turns 21 That's tomorrow. Right. Happy birthday, Tom.
Happy birthday, Tom.
But he, on Wednesday, he squatted 185 twice. Dang. That's a 100-pound difference.
Well, 100% too.
Yeah. And he's done, today was his 21st session with me. Now, granted, I think you're like, oh, you did that in that many days. I think, no, I didn't do that. His body can do it. His body just didn't know he could do it. I like acted. It's like waking your body up. It's kind of what we did.
Yeah, I remember when I first started lifting, we would like.
Your legs go the quickest.
Legs quickest. Well, we were like doing bench press probably twice a week. And I remember my maxes like every single week would go up by at least 15 pounds.
Yeah.
And so it was
in the beginning,
just, like,
and then you plateau hard.
Right, then you plateau
hard.
Yeah.
And I told him that. I was like, listen.
Have to wake up, learn what you can do, and then.
Because he gets excited when he increases anything. I go, listen, I'm not going to push your max every day. In the beginning, I'm going to do it because your body's waking up, but I'm not going to push it every day. Right. He goes, why? I go, because it's not healthy.
Yeah, you need to recover.
You need to recover for one, but you also you're working out. It's just the physical exercise alone is fine. You don't need to always if you get into the mindset you're not gaining muscle if you don't push up more weight, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. Yeah. So I don't know. He's doing great. He's increased everything. We have days where, and I don't tell him when I push his max, because he doesn't know his. He doesn't pay attention for shit. And so I'll just give him a weight and be like, "Oh, this is what we're starting with," and he'll rep it out because it's so mental, if you're new to it. So right. I'm like, "Oh, we're skull crushers, the whatever." I'm like, "Here's 40 pounds." He reps out 10 easily. Yeah. First set. And last week, his max was 40 pounds 4 times. And I'm like, that was easy, right? He goes, oh, yeah. We can go up to whatever my max is. I'm like, okay. I don't tell him. I just go up to 50. He does that, struggles for 8. And I'm like, oh, let's try 60. And does that 6 times. Yeah. He goes, do you think I beat my max? I go, you beat your max on the first set, dude. He goes, really? I go, yeah, it's a mental battle with you. It's such a, and that's with everyone too.
Still with me. I don't know what my real max is.
But if you if we went bench, well, the thing is too is I am there to watch him, so he can't get hurt. He theoretically could, but he's not gonna drop it on his face because I'm gonna catch it. Bench, if it was just me, I'm not gonna push it. So I don't really know what my max truly is, because if I can't get it up,
you're dead.
Not dead. And I don't, the supports I don't really because.
I think the supports more than I probably should.
Well, I trust the supports, but if I truly bring it down to my chest, that's the support. I've gone past the support kind of thing, so I'm not actually doing the lift. So, or no, I bring it down to my chest is above the support kind of thing, or otherwise I can't bring it all the way down, and I'm not doing a full lift. So I take them off, which isn't great. It's not great. We need to stop talking about lifting.
Yeah. Get yoked.
We can get yoked. I am going to get yoked doing this jiu-jitsu shit, though.
I'm really jealous about that.
I feel like every Joe Rogan wannabe comedian fan ever being I just did a jiu-jitsu class.
Yeah. Every podcaster basically does jiu-jitsu. Now you're...
So, here's the thing. I make fun of them. I don't make fun of them. I was it bothered me a little bit. Is that water? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's your bang.
That's my bang, but it's melted. That's why I asked if you wanted to pound them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have no ice left. My mom wouldn't be proud.
Wouldn't be proud?
No.
My mom's not proud of me.
Well,
actually, I think she is proud of me because I'm happy.
Mom is proud of you.
I know.
My mom is proud of me, but she wouldn't be if she saw me pounding vodka bangs.
Well,
that's why I can't list my full name on this podcast.
Jiminy Crickets, just drink it. That's a good name. We'll just call you Jiminy Crickets.
That's cool.
So this jiu-jitsu thing.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday. Humbling as fuck. But also punching mitts with someone and doing the kicks. Someone who knows what they're doing with it. So satisfying.
So you did that in jiu-jitsu?
What's up?
You did punching and kicking in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, that's what we started with. So we started with just the mitts, just boom, 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 jabs, crosses, and hooks, and then a few uppercuts.
Because that's
MMA.
That's more MMA
stuff. Yeah,
that's not quite.
Because I told him I want to do both.
Yeah.
And he goes, I got you.
Okay.
He's one of my good friends now, one of my favorite people I've met through comedy. And then he brought the leg stuff out, so we're doing kicks and stuff. My hips, I need to open up; they're bad.
Yeah.
Super fun.
That's the one thing I learned doing MMA for.
But it's humbling as hell. But I used to everyone and their mother, podcast and comedian, did jiu-jitsu stuff. Yeah. It's the Joe Rogan effect. Right. I get it. I wanted to try it. I've always wanted to try the MMA thing before I even I didn't like Joe Rogan in college because I thought it was a trendy thing.
Overrated, yeah.
And Corey's you got to listen to him. I'm like, no, fuck that. It's an amazing workout, and once I did it, I have a little bit of an addictive personality. Yeah.
Sure.
I understand how addictive it is, because he's there's this move, you can do this, you can do that.
Right.
It's like a puzzle to me. It's oh, you're here, how do you get here, kind of thing. And I and I'm asking questions and stuff like that. And I'm old. I think as you get older, you're no longer ashamed of being bad at something.
Right.
You're like, I just want to learn. So I'm generally like, hey, that wasn't good. I need to do this better. He goes, yeah, you're right. Like, do this better. Asking questions. I'm like, dude, I'm coming every Friday. Like, we're doing this until, like, I'll never be able to beat my, like, Avery at all. But it's intense.
And that's the thing. Like, that's why I wanted to get into it was self-defense, because I'm sure we all remember that video of me getting punched in the face at W.
Actually, I don't remember it actually happening. I just remember the video the next day.
Well, I don't remember it happening.
I woke up
either.
in between two beds. I was like, where am I?
There was a kid in college who like said, "Oh, I took one jiu-jitsu lesson. Like, put me in a headlock and I'll show you how to get out of it." And so I like just put him in a loose headlock, and he like wrapped his body around mine, put his fingers in my hip joint, and just like ripped me back. And I was like, "That hurts. I'm going down." So I was like, "I want to be able to do that no matter what happens."
Yeah. Now in my head, I'm like, I hope someone gets me into like this position.
Well,
like,
that's what you got to be careful of, because then you get cocky.
Yeah.
And then
someone
who actually knows what they're doing like fucks with you.
I will never. Yeah. And I told Avery, I was like, I'm never gonna be the one that like I want to fight people. I literally I like it for the workout, and I'm a little more versatile than as a trainer too.
Sure.
So I know more things. It's fun. It's genuinely fun. You feel like you push the limits of your body, kind of thing. And I genuinely enjoyed it. It was a great time. And it was just like him and I, and he's like, we're doing this. Like learning new stuff is that I'm interested in is genuinely enjoyable. Yeah. I think for everyone, if you're interested in it. But like I liked it. And you get some aggression out too. Like, hey, kick it as hard as you want. Like, kick this bag. Like, just
especially
kick
against
it.
That guy who's experienced and you're not. You can honestly go as hard as you want.
Dude, that was
take it until he's
such a weird feeling. Like, the best way I can describe first time you do anything like that and you roll with them.
Yeah. I want to do it.
It's like getting in a cage with like a rabid animal. But like, let's say
he knows your limits better than you.
But let's say like your own dog you've had this dog for like 10 years. You're best friends with your dog, gets rabies, okay, and is now rabid. That's it. Yeah. Like, it's a friendly, but it's rabid right now and could kill you. Like, that's what it's like. And he told me, I was like, what? He's like, we're gonna roll, and he's like, what? I'm like, what do I do? He goes, try and kill me. Yeah. And everyone's like, hey, maybe pin me, where he just goes, try and kill me. That's how you know they're like good. I'm like, I don't even know how to kill you.
Well, that's the thing that I've learned just by listening to people that do jiu-jitsu is like, it's all about bridle power. Like, you don't want people to know what you can do.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to use it in self-defense. Like, you don't flex it. You just wait for someone to mess with you.
That's why I like.
You can just like put them down.
Those guys too is like they're the people who aren't getting in street fights either. Well, right. For the most part, they are.
But if they,
know I can fight. Worst case scenario, I can fend for myself. But they do it for themselves. They don't do it so. They're not doing it as like, oh, I'm gonna go look for street fights now. Like, that's stupid. Yeah.
And they do it so if they do get in a street fight, they're not gonna like maim the other person. They're just gonna put them in a submission and like make them calm down.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I had like no bang. Do you want to make the Manhattans? What is it, Manhattans, right?
Yep. Cherry Manhattans.
Cherry Manhattans. By the way, do you know how happy I am that this camera is no longer orange?
Very happy.
Ecstatic. I gave it to, because I know nothing about these cameras, but I gave it to a guy when we were in Arizona, and I filmed the giant penis costume episode with Sam. And I was like, hey, like, take pictures of the night. Like, he's a photographer. He's like, I don't have my camera. I'm like, use these. I have 3 of them here. So I have 4 of them here. I was like, hey, if you can change the settings so it looks better, go for it. He only changed one, and they're all fucking orange. And it was so orange.
Did it make the pictures look better at least?
I don't know. I didn't look at any of them. And any of the pictures I was in, it was me holding a giant cock. That's it.
Sounds about right. That seems right up your alley.
I mean, I was compensating for what I do have, so yeah, a little micro.
Yeah, Michael.
That was
I'm looking directly at your crotch now.
I know. There's nothing there.
Yeah, that's
That was such an ongoing joke. How many times do you think I said it a micro penis in college?
Too much.
No, it's
I was
not
like,
too
dude,
much.
we get it. You're not confident, but
Not at
I'm
all.
just kidding.
It was so much that Tomei, I remember going up and be like, hey, "Do you really have like?" She goes, "You really have like a?"
I mean, if you joke about it that much, no one's really sure.
No one's sure at all. Okay, so this is your camera.
That's my camera. I'm gonna do like a cooking show.
You're gonna do a little cooking
All right,
show.
but I need 2 hands to do it.
Okay, so I will hold the microphone.
Don't hold the mic. You don't.
I got it. Here.
All right. All right. So we're making cherry Manhattans tonight. Thank you everybody for joining us. We've got some to start. Maker's Mark, 46, French oaked. I don't know what that means. Finished with 10 virgin French oak staves.
I thought it was 21 virgins.
That's
Say it.
I need a jigger. Jigger. I said jigger.
Just stop saying it.
All right, we're doing two cherry Manhattans. There's one. I think, what is this, 2 ounces?
Yeah.
And then the other one is 1 ounce.
I don't stop asking me questions.
You're the bartender.
You were the bartender too.
All right, so 2 ounces of bourbon per drink. 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Spill a little bit. Okay.
This is when good people would edit it together. I'm gonna do absolutely nothing to this video.
That's your own demise. Some cherry bitters.
Those look really clear.
Yeah. I don't know what the difference is between cherry bitters and regular bitters, but it smells good. And then we've got some Bada Bing cherries.
I love that noise.
I like to put some
A little juice in there?
cherry juice in the mix.
I like that.
Okay. So
Use your fingy wingies for.
do you have
Do you need a stir?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
hold on.
not a stir. I just need do you have skewers for the cherries?
Just use here. Use a
Oh,
spoon.
okay. So we don't need. Okay.
You can use a spoon. We are gonna need to switch back so I can make sure I get the same audio for each mic.
Right.
It's okay.
Well, I'm not ready. Oh, I guess I can.
Do you want me to hold it again? I got it. Here. Oh my God! You almost just broke the entire podcast. Well, you don't need to hear us shake.
Isn't there what's that called when they you get the really good audio?
ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that for the.
No, that's like when people eat. I got both microphones right now. Look at this. I am double fisting mics right now. Yeah, I could do an ASMR video of just me eating on Sundays. I eat so much food I eat so clean during the week. Sunday happens, and I'm a glutton. I will eat anything. It's all carbs. Sunday is just carbs. I eat very little carbs during the week. Ooh, I like that. We're getting real fancy on the Fat Chance podcast. Do you think this is going to taste good? Take your microphone.
I think it's
sir?
gonna taste great. Are you done with your bang? You
Not even
should
close.
Probably finish your
I have
bang
half
first.
of a bang
Oh, well,
left.
then don't do that. That would be gross. All right, Fat Chance podcast. This is the cherry Manhattan.
Cheers.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
We could do that.
S T.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's stiff.
it's beautiful though.
I've liked it though.
It's not
It's
too
stiff.
sweet. Like you get the cherry. but
Well,
it's
I
not
was
too
so
sweet.
used to the bang that I'm like, that actually just tastes like liquor.
Yeah, it is liquor. It's 2 ounces of bourbon and an ounce of vermouth, and that's pretty much it.
Should we find a cigar bar tonight?
Yeah.
I think if I had a cigar right now, I would throw up.
I would probably fall asleep in like 5 minutes.
I feel like I can't sit down much longer. So I think after this, we 100% have to go at least downstairs and play some games.
Sure.
Bring the music down there.
Do that.
I don't like not having music. This is the one thing I miss about the garage is I could have music playing
During the
kind of
podcast?
in the background.
You can't do that here?
No, because they can hear it. It's such close quarters.
Oh.
So these microphones are right here that they would hear it versus I could have it in the back by the door in the garage. And it feels so long since I've done one in the garage. So long.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
been a
really
few
hasn't.
months.
And it just didn't feel like a quiet room. Like if you and I just stopped talking like this, it's so quiet.
Psst. Michael.
Who do you miss the most from college? Hunter can't be your answer.
No. Sorry, Hunter. No, I miss everybody. Like,
let's burn some bridges. Who do you
want
miss?
me? You want me to pick one person?
One person. Like if you could hang out with anyone for a weekend right now.
Dude, I'm doing it.
Oh, sick.
No, honestly, like I always tell people, like I went to Madison for college, and then I found a job in Madison so I could keep hanging out with my college friends, who are all a year younger than me, which was you,
Yeah.
Corey, and everyone else, pretty much. But then, like, everyone moved away after 1 year.
Or had children.
Yeah, or had children. But we love Cal.
Oh, he's my favorite kid.
Yeah, he's a kid.
Here's the thing. I feel bad. I'll let you continue. I feel bad for their next child.
No.
No, I do, because I will never love him the same.
Yes, you will.
Or her. No,
If it's a girl, you probably won't. But if it's a guy, you'll love him the same.
If it's a girl, I think it might be equal then. Just because it's one of each. And that sounds so creepy, but like.
A little bit.
Yeah. But like, all right, one of each. If it's another boy, it's like, listen, Cal's already here. Like, what do you, like.
It's like, what are you doing?
Listen,
man?
like the
You
surprise
just,
already
like-
happened. Like you're planned. Like go fuck yourself. To child number 2, I'm apologizing now. I will definitely love you.
Your
But my
Uncle Michael
godchild,
doesn't love you,
but
child number
my
2.
unofficial godchild, I will always call him
Right.
my unofficial
Are they
godchild.
like? Are they doing that?
I think
or-
he definitely has a godfather, and it's definitely not me. But
they just haven't told you.
but it's like Corey once when they first announced they were pregnant. I think as a joke, he's like, "And you're gonna be the godfather." And I was like, "All right, well in my head, I'm now his godfather." I mean, I gave him a gun for Christmas, so you know he ate the bullets.
He ate them,
Yeah,
or he chewed on them.
I think he chewed them.
Yeah, he didn't swallow them.
Yeah.
Because that would probably lead to an emergency room
Yeah.
incident.
But like, it's just something about like it's the first one. Like
Yeah.
he's the first.
So I
all of my friends that I care about, like really care about, first one to have a child, he will have a special place. Like he is Callum the Kid.
right.
Gilbertson. I mean, it's a Wild Wild West. He's the kid. He's like a gunslinger. The nickname the Kid, he's Billy the Kid.
He's got a gun too. No, but I will say, like, I have 4 nieces at this point.
And you like Cal more than all of them.
Well, so I was gonna say, my sister that's closest in age to me just had a kid, and it was a boy, and I've held him like 4 times, and I already feel a deeper connection with the male child than I have with all 4 of the female children.
I feel like because you might relate to him more.
Probably, but
You
I'm
might
just
be able-
saying
you
it's
might
out
be
there,
able
and
to
I don't-
you
it's-
might be able to teach him more or something like
yeah.
that.
And it might be because like I'm closer to the like my brother-in-law
Yeah.
that had the kid.
What is that though? Like just like an instinct or whatever.
I don't know. Like I
even
want-
just in general,
I
you
want to teach you what I know, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like it sounds like you can't. I feel like you can't feel bad about because it's like an instinct. Like all of a sudden, like I hold Cal. I'm like, dude, I can't wait to like give you a beer.
Right.
And like not
we've
like
already done that.
and not in a bad thing. Oh yeah, I've gotten fucking flagged on Tic Tac. Go Tic Tac.
Tic-tac.
TikTok. Go fuck yourself, Tic Tac. But
China.
it's just like it's like instinctual. I'm like, I can't wait to show you things.
I think it is because it's like you hold a girl baby and you're like, okay, like this is a girl baby, here you go. And then you hold a guy baby and you're like, I'm gonna teach you how to hunt.
Okay.
I'm gonna teach you how to kill.
Yeah, okay. But like this is okay, so this is where I think it might get like a little deeper kinda. This is where I have the not a problem, but like how I know like this planet, like our lives aren't terrible, is I think everyone that like wants to give back to their parents. Everyone's like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, life is terrible right now. But they're like, if I ask them, like, what's your goal? I'm like, I want to repay my parents.
Yeah.
Do you know how contradictory that is? That means you're so thankful for them bringing you to where you are now. And the same thing goes with, like, when I hang out with Cal, I'm like, I can't wait to show you things. That's how I know what I'm doing. Like, it gives you perspective saying, like, what you're doing is actually so enjoyable. Like, you should actually, instead of, like, complaining about, like, the little inconveniences, like, you know in the back of your head you love what you're doing, or, like, the fact that you're alive and get to live kind of thing. They're like, I can't wait to show you all, like, this is how you should. I want to make sure you have it even better than what I've done. You want to learn from my mistakes, all that, so it's easier.
Right.
And then it just should be easier and easier and easier. It's like, it's a weird thing, but
and that's why
it honestly makes me appreciate what I'm
too deep, but like
this is empty.
Like, I don't want to say like meaning of life. Like, what is that? Like,
to live,
but like to enjoy it. Passed down.
Actually, that's going to be my question now, because what is your meaning of life?
That's what everyone's trying to figure out.
But I don't think I think in my head, like, what is your answer? Everyone has a different answer. Mine is literally to live. Just, there's no meaning. Like, if you knew, I talked about this with Avery last week. If you knew the answer, there's a good reason. There's a reason we don't know the meaning to it, because then you take away the fun.
You just focus on that.
If you knew the ending to a movie, and then I put the movie on, and I'm like, hey, enjoy this. And you're like, I know how this ends. Why would I sit through this?
Yeah. You're right.
You have to make up your own story. Like, the reason you're here. You make up the meaning as to why you're here.
Well, and, like, not to get too deep or religious, but, like, in like, Christianity, that's like a big part of your life, is finding what your vocation is. Like, finding out what you're meant to do, and no one really knows, but try to figure it out. And
you're meant to do what you like to do.
Something that you're happy with, like, you can say, like, this is what I'm meant to do.
Yeah, I think that's everyone's biggest challenge, just find something they like enough, and feeling like you're meant to do this. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to feel like I'm meant to do anything, because I do not think I'm that important. Although at the same time, I think I'm the shit. And everyone should get to know me because I am so cool.
Yeah.
You can leave now if you want.
Yeah, I was going to, like...
It's like 7. It's only 7:30.
We've done a few minutes, though, already.
How long do you think we've been doing this?
Not a lot of... 43 minutes? Holy shit.
Yeah, isn't that impressive?
We haven't talked about anything.
We haven't talked about dick. There's been no solid conversation.
Give me like an extra 15 minutes.
That's totally fine. Totally fine.
Not that I have anything to talk about, but
no. But, like, all right, we'll do the meaning of life. I'll give you have 20-ish minutes to figure out what your answer is, or what you think.
So I actually, like, contemplate this on a regular
basis. No, I don't want your answer now.
It's going to be the same now, or...
I don't care, but, like, then we're just serious for the next 30 minutes.
Right, fine.
We'll talk about, like, penises for the next 20.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about penises.
I don't want to talk about penises either.
We already talked about your balls.
I know.
My balls are fine. I'm confident in my piece, so...
I'm not. I got nothing down there.
Okay, well.
I'm Michael. I'm like 5'2".
And I'm looking at your crotch again. Why do you keep saying that?
I'm 5'2", 120 pounds, soaking wet, maybe.
No, you're fine.
High sex drive, low output, questionable future.
You got a girlfriend? She's pretty? That's all that matters.
That's the first time it's ever been said.
You have a
No, it's been said. It's been said. It's going to happen. She's going to be on here in like 2-3 weeks.
We already talked about her.
I know. I mean, they didn't pick that up from the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
All right, so if we're waiting on that, let me pick your brain on something.
Okay.
It involves females.
Oh, okay, yay.
I am notably single, as you know.
Yeah. Which is surprising that I beat you out on that one.
I'm not surprised. I'm picky.
So am I. When's your last girlfriend? Was
A
it
year ago, ended
a
in
year ago?
February.
A year ago?
A year and 2 months. Yeah.
How long did you date her? Did I not know her?
2 months.
2 months. Okay, that's why I didn't know her.
I knew her for like a year, but then we dated, and then it ended after 2 months.
Before this one, my last one was in high school.
Yeah, but you had like things.
Not really.
Well,
I
then I
had
don't
a
feel so bad.
I had a disaster.
All right. Well, this is like kind of sad again. Like the only relationships I encounter are sad.
Okay. Dr. Michael is in session.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Michael. So, me, new at my job.
Oh, alrighty. Don't dip your pen in company ink. Stop.
No, I could. It's a thing that happens. It's fine. And now I don't want to talk about it.
No, I want to hear it. But like,
All
just
right.
for everyone else, it's like if it's a professional
Okay.
job, different. If you work at a bar,
No, bar.
or a restaurant,
Definitely.
or anything in college, do not dip your pen
This is like
in
adult
company
professional,
ink
although
because
also
it goes poorly.
difficult. So, and I can never tell her that I did this podcast, but all right. So, me working new office, new team, new everything, learning, meeting everybody, fine. We have a conference for our department. Everybody who works remote comes on site. So girl from my team who works in Iowa, lives and works in Iowa remotely, comes to our home office, and we go bowling.
So romantic. Like you're
Okay, but bowling was like fine. Though.
You
Like,
know when you bowl,
I
you're
actually
probably
like
gonna fuck.
it's actually like a joke we have. Like I introduced myself and I gave her a handshake, and she's like, "Why did you give me a handshake?" And I was like, "Well, we're being professional." Anyways, this is gonna be you're gonna hate this story.
You guys flirting over like Zoom?
Flirting over. Okay, so then she was in town for the week, right?
Yeah.
Next day we had like company happy hour, which is a thing at our company.
It's a thing at a lot of companies.
Okay, good. We hang out, have drinks. Like there's a big group of people. Fine. We go out after with a group of people from our department. She's hanging out by me like the entire night.
As girls usually do.
Not around me, but
Okay.
next night, so first night everyone has a really good time. We're like, all right, let's do this again tomorrow. Next night, same thing, like hanging out around me completely, like, and flirting. And so I'm like, all right, I like this girl's cute, like she's cool, she's into me, like let's like see what happens. Come to find out, she lives with her boyfriend in a house that they bought together in Iowa.
That's Iowa.
And like I said, she probably can't hear this, but ever since then, I've been talking to her nonstop, probably more than she talks to her own boyfriend, who works like he's a laborer, like so he can't really like talk during the day, but like constantly from sunup to sundown, I'm talking to this girl. She comes back. She doesn't have to come back the next week, but she says like Sunday, she's like, oh, I have a wedding shower on Sunday in Fond du Lac. Like I'm gonna come back and work in the office again. Like, so we hang out like all week again. And she comes in like Friday. I'm the only one in the office. I tell her that she comes in anyways. Hang out. Talking to her, like I said, every single day, sun up to sundown. But she has this boyfriend. I don't know what to do.
Okay, I have several thoughts on this.
All right. This is why you can't list my name.
I know. So like as someone who has like kind of been the boyfriend who is in the dark kind of thing, I'd say out of respect for that person, you can't do it. Like don't. You would feel terrible.
Right.
Absolutely terrible. Now, on the same like point of view, like this is entirely her decisions on what she wants to do.
Right.
So like if
things I know, she's interested,
yeah,
committed in a relationship, wants to move back to the Sheboygan, Fond du Lac area, or the area where we work. Not necessarily happy.
So this just could be the cynic in me, but like
Don't
once
bank on it.
once a person like this, always a person like this. So like I'm comfortable in
that.
this,
That's
and
not the first
it's
time
like
I've heard
on
it.
board, and something new and exciting just happened to show up once, and then they're entertaining it.
Yeah.
What's to say like, oh, she goes from one to the other, and then she does a conference somewhere else, and then finds someone else like, oh, I want to move here, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's not the personality I think you would like. In my opinion, this isn't endgame by any means at
Yeah.
all. Like, do not bank on this.
No,
Like,
no, absolutely not.
I
No.
think for your mental being too, you would hate it. You would hate it if you did anything or hooked up with this girl at all.
And I wouldn't.
Knowing, I know you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't.
I would leave that up.
But
to
if
her.
you did, and let's say you did and didn't know she had a boyfriend, then found out she had a boyfriend, I know you'd feel like shit.
Yeah.
So like this
and
is
I would like
this is an off limits
I would say,
person.
like, oh, yeah.
It is, and I'm not saying like you just have to stop talking to her, but it's think of it like if you were her boyfriend.
No, I know. I'm understanding.
Like how terrible when he finds out, if he does, because I'll send this podcast to him.
All right, now I feel bad. This is all hypothetical, by the way. This never
Yeah,
actually
I know.
happened.
Jessica is not real. That'd be sick if that was her name.
It's not.
Okay, I think it is her name.
It is, yeah, Jessica.
But like, think if you were her boyfriend, how your stomach. Imagine all of a sudden this came across your thing, your phone. He's listening to this. Like his stomach is gonna churn.
You think he follows your podcast?
Dude, you know how many people follow this podcast? Like, maybe my mom.
All right.
Actually, more than what it used to. It grows.
No, I know, and there's definitely a possibility that he's heard of it.
No, there's not. This podcast has only been recognized once, which was so crazy. Have I ever told you that story?
No.
I'll tell you after this, but I'll tell you during the podcast. But it's just something like
No, and I
like you can't act on it.
I can't. No, and I won't. But so like I don't connect with many girls, females, women.
You have a lot of interests, but you don't have like mutual connections.
Like connections.
Yeah.
Right? This is one of them. Like it doesn't happen very often. This is one time it happens.
Now, can I add on to this? Part of I think the attraction for both of you is that
No.
it's off limits.
No,
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
You don't like hearing it. It is. So get over it.
I don't
It
think
is part
so.
of it.
I don't think that's part of it.
If this girl was readily available for one,
Yes.
lived here,
Yes.
and was like next door to you, one, I don't think this is nothing against you, but based off of like her personality, she's distance away. The fact that you're not attainable on a regular basis, she's fine flirting all the time.
Sure.
She wouldn't be as flirty if you were next door
Probably.
at all. So it's part of the distance is part of the attraction. It's like, hey, this is like how we view aliens. Like we want aliens to be real.
Yeah.
Because they're like right now they're just out of reach. They're not really real to us yet. They're close.
They might
Here.
not be real.
But the minute they move in, let's say you move to Iowa, they're like, no, back the fuck up. Like, holy shit,
Right.
this is too real kind of thing. This is she's bored, I'm flirty kind of thing. Nothing against you
She's
at all.
bored.
I don't want to know I'm going to ask you what she's saying to you after this podcast, but
And I will tell you.
but yeah, it's what was I going to tell you? I just forgot.
I forgot, but that Manhattan went down really nicely.
Yeah, I have barely had any of it because I'm still drinking the bang, kind of. By the way,
good.
I'm feeling the bang.
Yeah, me too.
My eyes are propped open.
Anyway, Cynthia.
Cynthia,
No, that's not.
good God, what was I gonna tell you?
You said you were gonna say something after this, and I can't remember what it was. But
What were we talking about? This is when we need the rewind feature.
we need Jamie.
We need a Jamie,
Hey,
yeah.
Jamie. You need a producer? I'll be a producer.
I do, but you'd have to be here once a week, which would be cool, actually.
I would do that.
I can't wait for the cooking show. So we're waiting for Matt to finish his short film, And then, so like, I talked about it so much for a while, but I've never had someone that like I needed help. I've never met someone that's like, hey, I want to help you, and also like I could be behind the camera, kind of thing.
And also, I know more than you.
And I was like, I want someone to know more than me with the camera thing, because by the way, you just need to know like just one step past turning it on, and you know more than me with this camera. But he's like, yeah, I would. He's like, oh, this shot would look good. This shot here, I'm like, that's great. And he's not the kind of person. His name's Matt Nielsen. Very funny comic here in Milwaukee.
Okay.
And like one of my favorite people I've met in the scene. And he's like, I would love, and so many people have been like, I want to help or want to be a part of it. But they either want to like, I want to be on camera, I want to help promote myself. He's just like, I genuinely like, I could help produce the show. It'd be fun. And like, we were pitching ideas, and oh my God, it's disgusting outside right now.
Hailing?
Oh shit, lightning. Oh, we need to book a tea time for tomorrow too.
Yeah. We'll see how.
But he's like the one person, like I've brought it up, and I was like, let's do this. And then on a podcast like this, when we first brought it up, I'm like, yeah, that'd be a great idea. Let's do it. And then we never talk about it later. He's the only person that's been like, hey, you want to meet up this weekend, talk about this show, let's talk about producing a show next door, let's talk about doing all that. I'm like, oh, you're serious about doing this, like as I am. And it feels good to finally find like-minded people. That's the hardest thing for me with this stuff is,
sorry,
no
I
offense.
haven't been serious about it.
No, but like no offense to like you guys, but I want to do I did the first podcast. It's on my phone. I did it at the fraternity house. Mm-hmm. They're all like, yeah, that's it. I don't need to do it again. I'm like, I want to do this all the time. Mm-hmm. So finding someone that wants to do it all the time, it feels good. It's like, oh, this is what we want our lives to be. Right. They want nothing wrong with what they want their lives to be. But I was like, it's great. And it feels good to have like those friends now.
Yeah. That's good.
That's great. I need to
direction
finish
for you.
This before.
You don't have to finish it.
No, we do.
I was just enjoying it. I like the taste.
I don't know what's up with your microphone, man.
Is it not working?
Like, I hate that I'm looking at the line. So, like, I don't know if I talk louder than you. No, like, it can hear you. I just have to, like, up it. You see my lines on top?
Yeah.
And then you see yours?
Well, mine only go 3/4 of the way. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I just have to hold it really close to my face.
I'm talking to the top. That might be it. I don't know.
I kind of wish you just had the ones that are, like, held.
There you go. Oh, I know. Those are
way better at talking.
Those mics are so much better.
Yeah.
I still have them. It's just one of the stands broke.
Okay.
I like this as I make a face.
Dude, I can't taste any booze in that.
So
that's why I make
Here's the thing with whiskey. I was telling Tom this. I should share the rock story with them.
Yeah.
But Tom. Jesus fuck Tom.
I feel like he's too young to be called Tom though.
His name's Thomas. I'm not gonna say his last name.
Call him Tommy. Call him Tommy.
But so Tom turns 21 tomorrow. So when this comes out on Thursday, turn 21 on Sunday.
Yeah.
And May 1st. So happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Tommy.
But I think we've already said it on here. But he's like, I'm gonna get drunk tonight, so I can't train Sunday or Monday. I'm like, that's fine. Like you,
I get it.
Like I get it. Like I don't remember my 21st, but he's like, when I first heard the rocks thing, like he basically, I was like, yeah, I drink whiskey on the rocks, and he was like, on the rocks. I was like, what? He goes,
yes.
Why would you do that? I go, I don't know, to keep it cold. And he goes, rocks make it cold? I go, do you think it's actual rocks, Tom? And he goes, it's not? I go, no, it's ice cubes.
Ice.
Which was awesome. Like that's I feel
honestly,
like I teach him like
as a 20-year-old, I wish that was me.
No, but at 22, I remember your birthday when you turned 22, and I thought you were so old. And now I'm about to turn 26. I want to just, like, jump out the window. Then I'm about to turn 26.
Yeah. Well, I'm 27, so.
You're 27 now?
Yeah.
Isn't that disgusting?
It's awful.
When do you turn 28 again?
January.
Oh, so you just turned 27.
I got a little bit, but still, like, we're quarter way through the year already, so.
So, in grade school, I hated that my birthday was in May because that was always the last one. I'm like, I'm the young one. Everyone's already 12. I'm only 11.
Now you're thankful.
Now I'm so fucking thankful.
Yeah.
But also, at one point, do we stop thinking like, oh, I'm in this grade? Like, I already don't think that way.
So I'm like trying to get to that spot, but every time I think like, oh, I'm 27, I'm like, oh shit, I'm almost 30.
But it's so ingrained in our head because that's everything. Like, oh, what grade? Like, for 18 to 22 years, you're like, what grade are you in? Or your entire life, you're like, what? It's a status thing. Yeah.
The younger years, it's a status thing. Like, oh, like.
But now I think about it, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to turn 26. Jake, in terms of grades, my roommate, is a grade below me.
Right.
Oh, but he's born in 96 too.
Okay.
So he turns 26 this year as well in November. So in my head, I'm a year older than Jake, but in reality, I am 6 months older than him. That's it. Like, we are not that much. Like, our parents fucked 6 months apart. That's it.
I'm blushing.
That's it. We're at an hour. Did you know that?
That's cool. We still haven't talked about a whole lot.
Yeah, this is
Made of Manhattan.
This is such a dumb show.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not. I really don't care. This is fun for me. This is all I want. Is it's fun.
I also haven't seen you in a long time.
No, I feel like we didn't complete any thoughts either, though.
No. So,
I feel like you've thought of something.
No.
Do you have anything you want to bring up or ask me? Or you want to talk about?
I already talked about what I wanted to ask
your lady, and I gave you my take on it.
You gave me your take, and it was the same take that I've gotten from everybody I've asked about it.
Well, I think maybe you take that advice.
Yeah, it just sucks, though.
It sucks, yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of fish in this.
Plenty is.
We're in a pond. We're not in the sea.
We're not in the sea. We're in a pond. No, it's all right. I'm used to it.
Let's be honest, though. Like, she dumps her boyfriend, and she lives with him.
At this point, yeah.
Okay, then she has to move out. She starts talking to you.
Right.
You can't visit her because she's still living with her ex-boyfriend. She also is in Iowa.
Sure.
I can't say anything because I'm doing the D, the long D.
I mean, good for you.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I think it's perfect for me right now, actually.
That's good. I couldn't do it. That's my thing. Like, I don't, like, I've had the opportunity to talk to people that live outside of, like, 30 minutes from me, and I like
30 minutes I would kill for if she was 30 minutes.
Yes, I know. But for me, it's like, if I'm going to date you, I want to see you all the time. I want to be able to, like, come see you with, like, on a weeknight.
Yeah.
And spend time with you, or, like, a long
no,
weekend.
I'm the same way, but at the same time, I also, and before this, I've been like, what the fuck is the point of doing that?
Right.
But then, like, something, either you find, like, the right person, or someone you're just, like, genuine, like, hey, it would be better to be able to do distance with you than not talk to you at all.
Right. I understand that.
Which is great.
And that's, like, so I guess the only experience I've had, like, before, I'm not even going to consider this a thing, but would be, like a Hinge or something. Like, you live an hour away, like, let's meet up.
Yeah.
Why would I even entertain the idea of dating you when you live an hour away? Like, you met this girl before the conversation would even come up.
Yeah, like we were like in the car. We drove down together. Like, that's how I met her. Like,
Right.
we did a road trip together. Yeah.
So I understand that.
Yeah. It's tough. Like, you know what?
Weird.
Here's the thing.
I
The
don't
best
like
thing
it.
when it comes to, like, relationships is there's no such thing as good advice. There's only good intention.
Okay.
So, and I think that translates into there is no one way for this to work. Like, hey,
Right.
This is the formula for you to be happy. Everyone has a different formula.
Yeah.
Because everyone has different life situations going on.
Good advice.
And no, it's good intention. That actually might be the only
That's-
good advice.
yeah,
The only good advice is like, hey,
intentions, yeah.
there is no one way to do this. There is no recipe. I think there are only like 2 to 3 things that should be apply to any relationships. Like, don't cheat on each other.
Right.
Treat everyone with respect.
Right.
And like want to be with them. That's it.
When did you get so wise, Michael?
I think I've always been wise. It's just unlocking it. Honestly, I think I've matured so. I'm still an absolute fucking child.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, so am I.
legit. We had vodka bangs today.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still drinking the bang.
Yeah, me too.
But I have noticed. I think it's come with me just finally saying, just go fucking try something that you wanted to do instead of being afraid of being judged. Where like I'm now comfortable just being quote unquote embarrassed. That I feel like I have matured so much. I'm doing something foolish, as in stand-up comedy.
In normal people's eyes.
Yeah,
But
I feel like I have matured so much where, like, I'm happy. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can. Now, at the same time, I never want to be the person who's like, oh, I'm happy. Let me tell you how to be happy.
Right.
Go fuck yourself. I, like, again, because it
Well, so there's-
translates. Like,
There's
it's
logic, and then there's, like, do what makes you happy. And
Yeah.
like, what you're doing, not logical, but I can see
Not
you
at
doing
all.
It. No.
Yeah.
And I can see you doing it, and you're maintaining your career, and you're doing fine.
Oh,
But
I'm doing great. Like,
Yeah.
I'm having a great time. Like, I literally told you, my life is great right
I
now. I
couldn't
can't
do it.
complain. No, like, yeah, this fits me.
I'm way too logical to do it.
Let's be honest. This fits me too well.
Yeah.
Way too well. Like, in my head, like, I got one of my favorite. So, fuck. I was going to say. I keep forgetting what I was going to say. But, oh, no, I remember. Okay. 2 things. This is how I knew, like, one, this is, like, definitely what I want to do. 2 things. Like, one, first time I did stand-up, I went in my car and I legit screamed at the top of my lungs. Like, the biggest dopamine rush I ever had my entire
yeah.
life. I was like, fuck, yes, you did it. Like, I was, like, hype, like, just, I was like, I can't wait. Like, I could have fucking I could have choked out a tiger. I was so happy. And then.
I love that. I love to hear
And
that.
then.
I didn't know that.
Then the first time one of my friends came, so Jake brought Emily, and I wasn't planning on it, and that's when it first felt real. Like, you're doing this. You're no longer doing this in secret. Your friends know you're doing this. Your friends have seen you do it.
Right.
Did not do well either when they were there. He's seen me since, and I've done better and better each time. And then Corey and Ellie saw me, and I was like, oh, this is even more real. And I did decently well. I did fucking 18 minutes, which is, for a new comic, their first show ever, you should have 4 to 5. I got 18.
Yeah.
And then
I'm still sad I didn't.
and then the next group, it was, I don't blame you, it was disgusting weather. And then a group of my friends saw me April 1st. And a girl by the name of Morgan Rosencrantz, Jack's girlfriend, was like, hey, that's you. I've never seen you more like you belong up there.
Yeah.
I was like, that was probably one of my favorite things I've ever heard. I was like, because I feel like I belong up there. Like, it feels like this should just be this drink in the hand.
Drinking
My
vodka
hands need to be
bangs.
occupied. And I like it. And then I think when I knew before that, but this is when I knew I got comfortable with it. Last weekend, I get a call, and you actually know this name. It's kind of funny. So, the day I called you, it's before I called you.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it's after I called you.
Oh.
So, I had no one to hang out with last weekend. No one.
Right.
And we'll tell a story, and then I want your meaning to life, and then we got to wrap this up.
All right.
Because I cannot keep editing hour-and-a-half podcast.
All right. Meaning to life. Got it.
So, I call you. I want you to come do the podcast last weekend.
Sorry.
You can't come. That's fine. Avery did a great job. I go and try and take a nap. I wake up. I get a phone call from a 262 number. I'm like, I know the area code.
It's Milwaukee.
It might be. I was like, is this a client I just didn't save? I'm like, all right, this is Michael. I'm like, which is like the most professional way you can answer the
Well,
phone.
that's how
like,
I answer
this
the
is
phone.
whoever.
Exactly. This is hello. This is Michael.
And it's like, it's a guy. Like, hey, where are you? I was like, who is this? And he goes, it's Zach Czar. I go, no, it's not. I have Zach's number in my phone. Like, I know Zach very well.
Yeah.
And it's off someone else's phone. And he hands it to.
How does he have your number on someone else's phone?
I don't know if he just like but then he hands it to a girl immediately. So I don't know if this like girl wanted to talk to me. And she's like, is this Michael? I was like, yeah, who the fuck is this? She goes, that was Zach Czar. Or she goes, this is Zach Czar. I go, it's not Zach anymore.
Not anymore.
I go, she goes, yeah, okay. You should come to the Heart. I'm like, I'm not going to the Heart. Thought about it because I was like, I just kind of want to go out and socialize. I just wanted to go socialize.
That's you, so yeah.
Yeah. She goes, no, you should come. I'm like, who is this? She goes, that was Zach Czar. I'm like, who are you? And she goes, that was Zach Czar. I'm like, again, I'm all right. I'm lost cause. And then she goes, do you know Matt Nielsen, the guy I was talking about who wants to do the cooking show? I go, I do, yeah. She goes, how do you know him? I go, we do comedy together. And she goes, really? You do comedy? I go, yeah. She goes, you and comedy don't mix. Do you want to come to the Harp? Which is like being like, hey, you're fucking ugly. Do you want to come hang out? Do you want to
hang out? Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll talk to you later. And just hung up. But like for 2 seconds, I didn't like that comment.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like ear to ear grinning. I'm like, dude, not everyone's going to like you.
Hilarious.
But that was fucking amazing that she knew who you were. I was like, great. And I went back to bed. And then I called so-and-so. I was like, hey, how are you?
So-and-so. I love her already.
You'll like her a lot. Like a lot. She's fun.
So I've heard.
Uh-huh.
How's that Manhattan?
Gone. Okay.
Eat the cherry, though.
I have to eat the cherry?
Yeah, you have to eat the cherry. Don't eat the stem, but eat the cherry.
No shit. These I'm like hit or miss on their taste.
Bada bing. That's the way to go.
I like this better than a regular maraschino. That was better.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Regular maraschinos.
Okay. You have 10 seconds to describe your meaning of life.
Oh, okay. It's going to sound corny.
Okay. Do you have your answer, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think about this on a regular basis. I don't know how regular
ready?
normal people would do it. But
What is your meaning of life?
Oh, God. I'm going to start, like, turning red. No, I think so. Like, I think I have a one of my better skills is like perception of people's actions and intentions and like understanding where people are coming from, communicating with them. So what I want is like I want to have kids. I want to teach them how to socialize. I want to especially if they're boys, like I want to teach them how to act towards women, towards other men. Like I want them to be mature, but I really just want to like lead by example and show other people the correct way to act in society.
So you're a teacher.
Essentially, not in like the
very
literal.
Much yours is like role model.
Right. Yes. So like I understand how actions end up in different consequences, and I want to like share that with other people and show them how to make the right decisions, do the right actions.
Okay. Follow-up question. So to be a role model, I feel like
I'm sweating.
Okay, to be a role model, I feel like you have to live.
Yeah.
I have a problem with the 19, 20-year-old people like, I want to be like, this is how you need to be a person. I feel like you need to live. What do you want to do outside of telling or teaching someone how to live a good life? Because I feel like you want to teach someone how to good life. Why don't you want to live that good life?
I do live a good life.
Yeah. No, I know,
I
but
think
is
I
there
make the right
something?
decisions.
So I
I
guess the
think
second question is, what else can you do outside of just teaching someone, hey, here's a good path? What else would be a good path for you?
That's a good question. I suppose to get more experience under my belt, but
what would be experience for you? Like, do you actually want to experience things,
so
or
I consider like I've like my past jobs I've had, like I haven't been happy. I want more from my career, like, and so like I volunteered with Big Brothers Big Sisters. I had a little brother.
Yeah.
I think that was an amazing experience.
You're not with him anymore.
Not anymore. He moved like an hour away from Madison, and then I moved 2 hours away from Madison, so we're not like anywhere near each other at this point. But so like I think, and that's what I wanted from my career, is to be able to make an impact on people and like help people if I can. And so I want to continue doing that, and I think the position I'm in now is conducive to that, because I'm talking to random strangers every single day, learning about their experience, trying to help them out. So like I want to keep doing that. I want to keep learning about people's experience, people's goals, what they're going through, and how to fix it. And then I want to, like I said, relay that to another generation and help them figure that out.
No, I think that's great. I think the only thing I ever worry about with that, as the people who always want to help someone else, is that they're constantly hyper fixated on other people and not.
I don't think that's
fixated on themselves.
Because
if you fixate too much on someone else,
yeah,
you're like, hey, what have you done for yourself lately? Because
but
at the end of the day,
I think that is for myself though.
In general, I think every act we do, any human being does, is selfish. So like it sounds bad,
right?
Because selfish is considered a terrible word. You're doing something selfish.
I don't think so.
Okay, you give money to the homeless.
And that's not what I do.
I know. But that's just the example. You give money to the homeless or you do something else, okay? Why do they do it? It's like, oh, because it helped them. But like, how did that make you feel? It made me feel good that I helped them.
No.
That's why you did it, because you feel good. If giving the money to the homeless made you feel like shit, but it benefited someone else, but it made you feel like shit, you wouldn't do it.
No. That's why I don't do it.
It makes you feel good.
Feel like shit.
Yeah. No, I always like.
No, I understand. Well, and it's not
because
it is selfish. You're right. Like I want, and it's not necessarily like a legacy thing. Like I don't need people to remember me for that. I just want to.
There will be so many people after me. Don't need to remember.
I want to do good by other people, and I want. It is selfish because I want to feel good about myself, but I also that's
you
want
to feel like you played a beneficial factor into society
in someone else's life.
Yeah, no, I think that's good.
And it, like I said, it is selfish, but it's also selfless. And that's why I won't if a homeless person comes up to me and asks me for money and I give them $5 and they spend it on God knows what, is that really beneficial? I don't know. I'd rather take an active role in their life, lead them in the right direction, help them make the right choices, and maybe improve their life that way.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Deep, sentimental.
Drunk. I don't know. Say something funny, and then I'm gonna end this.
Michael's balls hurt.
Okay, we're done. Goodbye.